to make these players recognize this our season, y'all. When they cross the line, off the top they hitting brick walls. We've been playing hard this whole game, but we bout to rush. Now it should be about that time the second guess the beating us. Front seven, that's a fact, and we ain't giving you slack. Beating on my chest after knocking down your quarterback. You ain't know, you're playing with some real defenders. Form tight, stance right, organized killers. All defense all the time, we don't finish last. When it's said and done, you'll hear it on the podcast. Front seven rush, they'll have a lot to say. It was fun, but we got more games to play.
Conquerors, Warriors, welcome into another edition of the Front Seven Rush Show. I'm your man, Vince Ingram. Got my superstar, superfly producer, big time, Bijan Kelly.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can, man. Why you always come on at me? Can I hear you?
I just gotta make sure.
Yeah, I can hear you, man. I can hear you. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Doing pretty good. We'll chop it up a little bit after the show.
All right.
So how you been, man?
Decent. Been working, and I've finished fixing up my truck. Cool. Changed all my rotors, brakes, calipers by myself. It was trial and error, but I got through it and
how long did it
smooth.
take to do all that?
It actually over the span of maybe 3 weeks.
Damn,
And that wasn't like a daily thing, but it was just, some trial and error. I'd say all in all, hours wise, maybe like 30 to 40 hours. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man. So let me ask you a question. So after 30 or 40 hours of you working on your own truck, do you think that you came out cheaper? Listen to this question now.
Okay.
Do you think that you came out cheaper than you would have if you would have took it to someone who's licensed with a garage to do that type of work? Think about it now before you answer. You spent at least 30 hours on this truck, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You pay for the parts, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The tools, some of them you had, some of them you had to go purchase, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 30 hours it took you to do this.
Right.
Now, I'm going to ask you again. Do you think that you came out cheaper or you paid more, hypothetically, because you didn't pay nobody?
Right.
Paid more than you would have if you would have took it to somebody that possibly could have did it, because you did brakes and rotors, right?
Brakes, rotors, calipers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's typically a 3-4 hour job.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with that being said, what do you think?
If I'm not counting the hours that I spent on it, and I'm just counting my expenses, then
you gotta count the hours. That's part of this equation.
But the hours, like my hours were free because it was off of work. It was in my free time.
But it's still you doing something, unless you. Just doing it for fun or doing it because it's something you just wanted to do?
I mean, yeah, I was doing it because it's something I wanted to do, not because I thought I was necessarily saving money. But I do think I did save something. I don't think it was, much of a difference. But I do think, but I mean, in terms of time, if you're talking time and expenses, then of course, yeah, I probably overshot like 4 times the cost,
right.
But in just expenses, I think I beat the I definitely think I beat what they would have charged me.
Think so?
I do, because all of my stuff that I spent money on probably in total hit about 800, and that's tools included.
And that's all four tires
All
on the
four,
wheel.
all four. Not the tires, because I actually went to Discount Tire for that. But for the rotors, calipers, brakes, all the tools, yeah, I think I'd say about 800. Yeah,
You think you spent 800?
yeah. I mean the rotors, brakes, and calipers themselves, they were only they were less than 600. It was five something. So then the
For the
tools,
parts.
yeah, for the parts, and then the tools wasn't much, because I only needed a few things. I had a lot of stuff already. So it's probably less than 800. I mean, I was kind of bumping it a bit. Yeah.
Like D-Mac is saying, you did get the experience.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
outside of that, man, I mean, because you have to think about, even if you wouldn't have been doing anything, even if you would have just been somewhere with your feet up, resting.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Even if you was working on another project, or working on something from work, or I mean, that took away from that time. But I mean, if you went in it like, I want to do this project just because I want to do it, then
Yeah.
that's a totally different animal. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it didn't take away from anything. It was like, I mean, most things that I do, where I would much rather go through it myself to learn it, because then I could do that for myself in the future or for somebody else. And as I got through it, I got faster and faster. So like I did my whole, back two in just a day, versus like, the front two was like probably 20 hours, but the back two was
Mhm.
like 10 hours. But that's because it rained on me, and I actually had to go do other stuff. But it was a lot faster. Like I was seeing myself getting, faster at it.
Right.
um so, and I took a very long time, because I was watching videos and making sure I was doing it right, but I was still making mistakes, because it's just, I mean, watching a video, it's like, you're not always going to see all the information you need right then and there. So I
Right.
mean, but it was fun. I knew it was something that I couldn't, you know terribly mess up, because I had researched it enough. And I knew what I was doing, what I was changing. Not what I was doing as an expert, but I knew what I was changing, what the risk was. Like, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do this. I'm not like replacing the whole engine or something like that, or rebuilding it. It was
Mhm.
fun. It was fun, and I definitely think I saved some money, because um, I remember years ago, when some mechanic was like, "Yeah, you should get this done. I'll charge you 300 for um, each wheel." And I was like, and that was just rotors. He
Mhm.
said 300 for each wheel, and that's just rotors. I got all my stuff, for probably about 700 to 800 tools and everything. So, uh,
Right. I got you, man. I got you. Now you do know wealthy people don't work on their
Of
own cars,
course,
right?
of course, of
Okay.
course. But
Okay.
even if I would hope that even at that point, I would do some things like this. But if I was, honestly though, I would probably have hired someone to be there with me doing it. That's probably that'd be the difference. Like, I want to
What
just take it
what
to a shop,
what difference? If what?
like right now, not wealthy, I'm just doing it all myself, going off of videos. But wealthy, I'd probably still want to do it, but I'd have like a mechanic with me, so like he just tells me what to do, type thing, and it's just kind of like a
Wealthy, you don't have time to do it. It's not a want.
make time. It,
You
it's
know,
it's a
if
it's
you
it's
if you're wealthy, you don't have time to do those type of things.
Yeah, you do. You got to make time for activities, for hobbies. You
Your
have to.
your your
You have
hobbies is
to.
gonna be vacationing with your family, because you
No,
ain't gonna
that's
most of
that's
the
gonna
time.
be
Most of the time, you're not gonna have time to get to your family once you're wealthy. So when you do have a little time, it ain't gonna be you working on no. Trust me, you have another lady here pretty soon, somewhere in the near future, and that any little time is gonna go there if when you're wealthy.
The ladies definitely take up all the time, and a family would take up 3 times that for sure. But
So I'm just saying, you
I
want
would
to do
hope. I'm
what
hopeful.
you want to do what you want to do what wealthy people do, and wealthy people don't have time to do that. There's only one
Eh,
wealthy guy who I know who says he cuts his own yard.
who's that?
That's Rick Ross. Rick Ross said he has a tractor and he cuts it. I don't know when he got time to do it, but he says he cuts his own yard. I
I
don't
would
know
do
how
that
he
too.
does it.
I would do
You
that
don't have
too.
you won't have you're not gonna have time.
It depends. I'm gonna pick and choose. I'm not gonna do everything, but there's gonna be some things where I will want to do for sure. For sure.
It's not that you not the question is not you wanting to do it. You can want to do it. You're missing what I'm saying. You will not
Time to do it.
have time to do it.
Mm, mm.
I'm telling you, wait and see. Just wait and see. And then once you in that wealthy stage of your life, you're gonna be like, damn, Ben said
It it
I
might
want to be
take
on that
longer.
break.
It might take longer because that's kind of what took me so long. Why I was over the span of 3 weeks because of time and everything. And
And
but
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna give you something else that's gonna hit you in the stomach with a baseball bat. When you're wealthy, trust me when I tell you, you're not gonna be driving a Dodge truck. You're just not. You're just not.
well,
You may
of
be driving
course.
a you may be driving or you may be driving a Dodge truck, but it's gonna be a new Dodge truck where you have to take that to the Dodge dealership. You're not gonna be able to work on those yourself. Once you
Well,
get
yeah.
into more expensive vehicles, you cannot work on them. You have to take them to the shop. They make it to where you can't work on them.
It depends what it is, but I know what you mean. It depends what it is though. There's still things you could do on a new car.
Like
Basic
what?
things. You could do your own oil change.
It's rare. And I'm only saying it's rare because I don't have those facts in front of me, but I can guarantee you any 2020 cars and newer, you cannot do your own oil change. You don't have the tools to get to the pan and stuff like that. It's not like getting under an older car. There go the pan, there go the nut, put the wrench on there, undo it. They don't make them that way. They make them to where you have to come spend money with them to get your services.
Well, I like how we're where we're at right now where things that are being made are still somewhat self-serviceable. Maybe not all of it. But I definitely know what you mean. Like things are getting less and less accessible. They're using security bolts here and this and that, and like proprietary stuff. But like wherever I can get a little hands on, I'd prefer that. But I mean, hey, yeah, I definitely agree. Like it'll get even less accessible from here. But for now, shoot, I'm soaking it in because I'll be one of those few people that can say, oh, I know how to do that. Like you look at me, you wouldn't be like, oh, hey, he knows how to change brakes and rotors and things. But I do. Oh, you'd probably be like, you've never changed a tire in your life, but I have and I can. And like, and I mean, sure, 20 years from now, those skills may be obsolete, but it's the type of person I am.
No 20 years. I'm telling you, man.
Well, 5 years,
They
I
are
don't know,
into
but
electric cars right now. You have some certified
electric, yeah.
mechanics cannot work on electric cars. They're into more advanced technology when it comes to cars.
Yeah.
You will not be able to pull a car in your garage and work on it. You just won't.
There's got to be something you can do on an electric car.
Is drive it. That's it.
There's got to be something.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Learn how to detail or something. I'll change the carpet out. Something.
I mean, yeah, you may can do some stuff like that, but when you get to talking about mechanic work, wheels, rotors,
Yeah.
bearings, motor, transmission, things like that, you're not gonna. I mean, they're making these cars the way if you want one, you gotta come bring it back to me to service it for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, I'm proud of you, your accomplishment or whatever. I just throwing a little tidbit out there to you that
I mean,
you
it's the
know
little things. It's always gonna be something like that. Even if in the future it's not the car, it's always gonna be something. Maybe I got a 3D printer in the future, and gotta I don't know, whatever it is. We're printing our food 7 years from now, and I'm in the kitchen, tweaking it so my cheeseburger turns into a fruit salad. I don't know, but
Yeah, yeah. We definitely
something.
on some different stuff, bro. Definitely on some
Yeah.
different. Well, like you said, oh man, real talk, man. It's accomplishment, man. Major, major accomplishment. I used to change my own brakes and rotors. I
Oh,
wouldn't
I
dare
bet.
do that
I
now.
bet.
You know what I mean? I don't have the time. Like I said, I
Yeah,
don't
for
have the
sure.
time to get out there, drag my truck up, take the wheels, take the tires off, grease. And
For
I can do
sure.
them pretty fast now, but I still don't have the time.
Yeah, because I mean that's a luxury, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly, to sit and have that. Yeah, I get what you mean. Like to, yeah, completely.
Hmm. But hey, just throwing it out there, get used to not doing it, cause the wealth is going up.
It's going up. It's going up.
It's going up, man. It's going up. Uh, the lovely, how you doing? D Mac, what's up? Sam, what's up? I don't know what James is, man. We don't. I mean, I don't know. Have you spoke to James? I mean,
No.
Nas.
Uh.
Nah, he's. I mean, last I talked, he's working, man. So you know, he's working, brother. Yep, my man is working, man. Trying to get it in. He said so. Hopefully, he
Mm-mm.
got it under control. Hopefully, he got it under control. A
ATL.
lot of time, man, when people, they move in different directions, man. They do something so long, and then they kind of you know move on out. They don't really have a lot of time anymore. They have to concentrate on other things. That's how business works.
He pivots. He pivots.
Yeah, that's how business works. So you know, but it's all good. Like I said, we can't speak on a lot of sports. You guys don't come in fast enough. Sam, Sam Baker about the only one. D Mac don't know about no damn sports. You know what I mean? He don't know how to about the late as him, you know. Um, but hey, so that's what it is, man. That's
Let me
what
see.
it
I've
is.
got some jokes to put on him. I mean, there's one thing that I saw about the NFL recently, and in regards to the Olympics.
What's that?
So the NFL apparently is making a strong push, emphasis on the word strong,
Mm-hmm.
for flag football at the Olympics.
I think that'd be nice, man. I think it'll be
Hmm.
nice. Flag football has gotten way more popular than it used to be.
Man,
Way more. I'm talking about you got some hell of athletes playing flag football right now, man. And this 7-on-7 that these youngsters are into, I feel like eventually they're gonna start putting them in schools, man. And the reason
hmm.
I say it is because a lot of kids and parents, they don't want the kids playing contact sports. But however, they will let them play 7-on-7, which is
Yeah,
non-contact.
and I mean, flag football is cool. I mean, it doesn't take too much away from the sport. It's
Well, it
just a
takes the money
tackle.
away. You ain't making no damn money.
I mean, yeah, but okay. So I don't see like a big conversion, of course, because football culture is so huge.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely see a spot for it.
Yeah, and I mean, they probably can. I don't see it growing like tackle football as
Yeah,
far as monetary, stuff
not at
like
this
that.
point.
But it's still they can build some companies up, man, where some of these um start flag football leagues to where these guys can really probably make some decent money, almost good money to live on.
Actually, I'll challenge it. I do think that in the next 15 years, after some of these owners and you know big execs in the NFL, kind of fade out, and there's some younger, newer heads in. I mean, if they decided to just make a push and switch everything over to flag football, that could do it. But you know, I'm saying in 15 years, because there's a lot of people right now that'd be very, very upset with that. But in 15 years, it's a completely different demographic.
It may be, but it will cut out a lot of jobs in these guys because flag football is not for the bigger man. It's more skill guys that play flag
True.
football. Your faster, quicker guys. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
your big linemen that
Yeah.
that's for tackle football, they become extinct. They can't
Well,
play.
then it's a shift. I mean, I don't have a problem with that, only because I'm not big myself. So I'm
You have a
rooting for the
problem with what?
guys. I mean, guys your size are just gonna have to make way for
Hey,
guys
come
my
on,
size.
man. Come on, dude.
I'm just saying, why would I root for a Dwayne Johnson size dude when I'm closer to Kevin Hart? You know, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and those are the guys who flourish in flag football. Your
nah,
smaller, quicker guys versus your bigger, quick guys.
I agree though. No, I don't think it'd be nearly as entertaining. Like, I couldn't see myself necessarily wanting to pay for a stadium ticket for that when I know that the tackle version is there. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
But
For
like I
sure.
said, it's right. They already have flag leagues that I don't know if they have paid flag leagues. I'm pretty sure they do because they have sponsors for a lot of these leagues. So they're probably making a little something, but they're not making nowhere near
Hmm.
what they would be making if they was in the big time or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, heck, $50 a game. I'm just messing around, but they got things like what I think I showed you. They got the ultimate tag. Did I show you that? I did. I played a
Ultimate
video
tag.
where they
Yeah,
had
the
the
one where you
obstacle
jumping.
course. They were
Yeah,
playing tag. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
if they could do that, then shoot.
yeah.
But yeah, football is a man. Yeah, football is a staple, like baseball. Like if you just all of a sudden change baseball, like I mean, it just I couldn't see it, but maybe I just can't imagine it
Mm-hmm.
going from tackle to flag and imagining these guys getting just as big as the contracts. Couldn't see it. That's like football going. I mean, that's like baseball turning into like I don't know frisbee or something. You know,
Yeah, I wouldn't
like
take no money watching
yeah,
no damn frisbee.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Not me personally. Sammy said they can turn skateboarding and bicycling into a sport. Flag football can definitely fit in. Yeah, they can do it, man. Like I said, they already got leagues and sponsors for it.
The Olympics
Um,
has skateboarding in there.
I think so.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I think so, man.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I think
Um,
so.
well, in other news, just to jump on it and hop right off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Highland Park. Did you hear about this situation?
I did, man. This is the one where the guy was shooting at the where he was at the parade, right?
Yeah, 4th of July celebration. Yep.
All right, yeah. Um, yeah, these things, man. I just don't even know what to say anymore about them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, man. What can you do? People not gonna stay inside.
I don't
Um,
know. I don't know.
you saying there's a possibility people may start staying away from events?
I think as a push against gun violence, we may see the opposite. We may see more people show up to events. Because I think that's just kind of what this country is based on, like revolution.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just think about like the pandemic, like how hard people fought against that. So I don't think the increased shootings is gonna stop events unless it's like a kind of more government mandated thing.
Yeah.
But something has to help. But who are we to say that? Who are we to say that? Like, you can't stop all gun violence.
Right.
Like, I mean, it would be one thing if this is happening at every single event,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, there's more people, there's more things going on, there's more, mental illness or just depression and or
Mm-hmm.
other, like there's more access to things on the internet. So, I mean, is this just a natural rise? 'Cause, I mean, it seems so bad, but when you actually look at the numbers, I mean, it's like it's not like this is happening like every day at every event.
Yeah. It's
Like if
just
this
so
was as
massive when it does happen. It seemed like,
it
damn, it's
is,
happening every day,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, the way it's pushed on the news for sure. Now
Mhm.
I don't want to sound like a bad person and be like, oh well, it's not bad because it is bad. But I mean, for as many people as there are in this country and our history in this country and stuff, I
Right.
just, I mean, I feel like we might still be in that point where it's just like a natural rise based on everything that's going on. As just my theory on that.
Right.
And you can't compare us to other countries because other countries don't have the same history that we have with this, and they don't got the same influences, right? So
Yeah.
you could say in other countries they don't blah blah blah, but I don't know. That's just my take on it.
So from my understanding, they apprehended the guy, right? Apprehended.
Not immediately, but I think um after some time. Yeah, so they were searching for him on Monday, and because he basically shot people Monday morning, so they were searching for him Monday, and they put up pictures of him and stuff. They already had a suspect. They suspected who it was. When did they have they arrested him? Let's see. Have they arrested him? Okay, yeah, they captured him.
Do you have a picture of the dude?
I do. Have you seen him yet?
Nah.
All right, well,
Tell you, man, I don't be looking at that crap, man. I ain't seen
prepare.
nothing.
Prepare yourself. This is a funny looking dude. Funny looking dude. Let me share my screen. Now, I'm not trying to say, oh, well, this is exactly the type of person to do this kind of thing. Because there's
Mm-hmm.
probably all types of people across the country that look like this and isn't shooting people, but it don't it don't help for their
Yeah,
case.
man.
This is a funny looking guy.
He is, man. He is. Damn.
Yeah. And it's kind of hard because and what I'm reading is that the profile of a mass shooter, is changing completely from what it was, even 10 years ago because
Mm-hmm.
of all the influences of the internet and stuff and these like online communities that people are a part of. So this guy could be the new face or could not be the new face. It's like this is a transition period where we're like building a new profile of a typical mass shooter,
And they
which
said a dude looked like he's playing a video game, man.
when
Do
he was
you
doing
feel
it,
do you feel like the video games have a lot of influence on this crap too?
no, I don't think it's
You don't
games.
think
I
so?
think I think it's the online communities because the games it's a limit. The games like you can only do so much and there's some moderation. But you I know you haven't.
Do
I
they
know you
have a
haven't
game
seen
out
these.
there where you just shoot people
Of
on the
course.
screen?
Of
And
course.
I mean, you
Like
can see
Grand Theft
blood,
Auto.
so you can see blood and
Eh,
everything.
I mean, yeah, Grand Theft Auto isn't like gory, but there's other games that are more gory. Like there's all types of like bloody, gory games, but I don't think it's the games. And the reason why is because you are in like a box when you're playing that game. It may sound crazy. It's like, oh, you can do anything you want, but you can't. The game still has its rules and it still has its moderation.
Mm-hmm.
So even if it is a bloody, gory game, like it's hard to maybe inspire something like this, like but what does inspire this is where I'll twist it. I know you haven't seen these, but there's online communities that share and make memes and just have very kind of gross, vulgar conversations around events like this.
Really?
So there are communities where it's like a forum. You know what a forum is? People are all commenting, posting in this group, and they're posting videos of gory events. And they're like, oh, they're like topping each other. Oh, look at this guy get ran over. Oh, look at this person shoot himself. Oh, look at this person. And that's what I think is fueling people like him. I don't think it's games like Grand Theft Auto and like bloody shit like that. I think it's the communities where they can see new stuff every day, participate in it. It's not a box. It's not moderated. It's encouraged. Everybody in there is with it and for it. No one's against it in that community. They're all just sharing and topping each other and who's got the next best thing. And it's like, yeah, that's what I think. I think Vince froze. He did freeze. I'll read some comments while we get Vince back. But let's see what we got here. Sammy, okay, yeah. The Lovely said Deshaun Watson still has 4 pending accusers who gave him massages in their homes and call themselves massage therapists. Yeah, I think he did settlements on 20 out of 24. Yeah, so like you said, he has like 4 left, and the NFL is considering doing like at least a year suspension on Deshaun Watson. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, hey, Vince is back.
Yeah, man, it's freaking effing internet, man.
Whoa there.
Yeah.
How much did you hear when I was talking?
I heard you say about the games and being gory, but you don't think it's the game.
Oh, it stopped there?
Yeah.
Oh, well, right after that, I was saying I think it's the online communities because they like post and share like these gory videos and things. Like there could be a person getting ran over, then a person shooting themselves, and then a person getting like attacked by a gang, and then a person doing this and that. And they'll just post these and everybody's like supporting it and no one's against it. No one's like, oh, what's wrong with you guys? Like they're all in there, it's not moderated. So something like that. I think guys like, the picture I just pulled up from the, Highland Park. I think guys like him are, in their
community.
Yeah, but daily, because I think, if you're in the internet and you're deep in the internet, you're going to come across that. And you may even look at it and go, whoa, and like watch a few because you're like, this is crazy. But there's people that are in it daily because they're a part of the community. Like it's one thing driving through it and going like, whoa, wow. And you might even, look at it for a bit because you're like, this is wild if you're not squeamish. But because I've definitely seen a few, but to be in there daily and be posting your own stuff and be conversating with these people and make jokes about it, and that's who I think is doing this stuff, because they're getting desensitized and then they're going shooting up elementary schools and shooting up 4th of July parades and stuff like that, and there's no moderation there.
Shit. Yeah,
churches, all of that, because these images, they can see this every day, and they're not only seeing it, like on the news they show some stuff, but even if they did show gory stuff, they would have like conversation around it saying, oh, this is bad, or oh, this is a shame, and there'd be like a valid emotion around it. It's the complete opposite in these communities where they're supporting it and trying to top each other and beat the next, like, and like, oh, this video is worse than that one, or not what they would say. They say better than that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah. The lovely say, but the games allow you to kill with no consequence, and the mind cannot compute fake and reality.
Um, sure, the games allow you to kill with no consequence, but like I said, and you of course you can disagree, but the reason why I don't think it's the games is because in the games is limited. You can only do so much. You can say it's unlimited, but it's literally limited. There's if it's a Grand Theft Auto game, you know what you're in for. If it's another gory game, if it's Call of Duty, if it's anything, some shooter game, you know what you can do. Okay, sure, you can kill people and you can get killed. I mean, heck, that's a consequence right there. You actually can die in those games, but and there's moderators. So if you cuss and like do some like weird stuff and like mess with people, you can actually get banned. But like on these communities,
Yeah.
there's no consequences, and you're encouraged to post the more like the worst and worst and worst and worst, and yeah, that's why I say games has nothing like the influence of those communities.
Of
That's
those
why I say that.
communities. Yeah. What the lovely say?
Hey, what's up, Farron? The lovely said, if you look at the faces of these predators, they all have the same look. Something isn't right about them. Yeah, that too. That too.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely look like loners. They don't look like they have many friends. Definitely don't have female friends. Definitely don't have female friends.
Definitely.
And it's the same type of guy right now. I mean, they threw the little Hispanic boy now, a few months back with the school
Uvalde?
deal. Yeah. And
Yeah.
like you said, I would say you probably right. He's probably part of one of those communities.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's sitting on the internet all day looking at this crap.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
not only that, they probably got, their own little handles in those communities, right? Like their own little names.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
100%. 100%.
And when it comes to doing something, I wonder, do they kind of, be almost putting it out there before they get ready to do it in their community?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
hey, y'all pay attention
100%.
on July the 4th.
Yep.
Some
You'll
good
see
go
that.
out.
You'll see that.
Type of crap.
Yeah. You'll see that. Especially in those communities. You'll see that. And I can say that because I've seen them. I mean, they're everywhere. If you're on the internet and you are anything but a square or squeamish, you're going to see the internet. You are going to see every community from people that love cats to people that love shootings to people that love football to people that love street fights. You're gonna see like every community, and in all those communities there's people that are in there daily and they always come back to it. Like they'll get out of high school, they'll get off of work, and they're in there.
In there, yeah. And no, throughout their all day time, their leisure time, they're in there.
They're in there, and that's what I think. Guys like the Highland Park and Uvalde, like that's what I think they were part of.
Well, you said something when you said something, then, boy, for real. I gotta agree with you, man. That sounded like you own to something. Like, see, I don't know anything about those communities and da da da. And I'm a big time FBI guy. I like those shows, but I don't remember, seeing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's a different world, and I get what the lovely's saying. I'm gonna hop off this soon, but I get what the lovely's saying. She said, that doesn't have anything to do with the person's rationality. She's saying if they can sit up on a game and kill all day every day, what makes you think they won't attempt it in reality? The lovely. I kind of got to challenge you on that. It sounds like you're talking from a perspective of someone trying to rationalize it yourself and think about like, oh, well, if they're playing this violent game all day, then of course that could, violence with violence, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have to give these people credit. A game is a game. It doesn't look like real life, not yet at least. But when you can see real life images of this stuff every day and you're sharing and posting that, real life, like the real thing, not fake, not video games where they emulate it. I'm saying real everything. That outweighs a game. That outweighs a game. They'll switch back and forth between that and the game, but trust me, they know what a game is, and they're not easily influenced. Like, oh, just because I'm shooting people in Grand Theft Auto, I can go out in the street and shoot people. No, that's not the influence. If you ask me,
So in these communities, let me, and I know you don't everything, but they will have real life killings where you can see it.
Yes, I'm telling you, I've seen it. It's there. It's not moderated. It's there. It's literally accessible easily.
What the hell they getting?
It's as easy as a Google search, man.
Where are they getting these? Who videoing this, and where is this coming from?
Well, it's coming from the world, I mean, anybody can upload a video anywhere. So let me put this picture in your head. These people are creating collections. So they find it on the internet, they download it, they got a folder, they're creating collections. So they go to other communities and they share it. Mm-hmm. So, it's like any other community. Like, I mean, you could be into, I don't know, you could be into RC cars. You're gonna go into one community, probably trade, and then go into another community, trade and share and this and that. It's the same thing, trading cards. It's like that, except these people are trading something very different, very different. So I mean, if there's a lot, there's just a lot of places on the internet where you can find videos like that. And then,
unfortunately, it's not against the law to sit up and watch that crap all
day. No. The only laws there's that we have against certain things like that on the internet are typically sexual, like like children.
Yeah.
But murders, there's no law against putting so that stuff is rampant. There's no law against like seeing someone's head open. It's just there. Damn. It's just there. Like,
see, I don't even have the thought. I don't even have those thoughts to even know that type of stuff exists where you can see that stuff.
And that's what I'm saying.
It's not in the movies. You know what I mean?
Like, there's only one place you can experience it, and that's on the internet. So unless you've seen it, unless you know what Reddit is, unless you know like history of like the internet and other forums and stuff and have seen these places, you're not gonna know. You're gonna hear about some things on the news, but I mean, that's the stuff you hear about on the news is like the most extreme stuff that the FBI has probably thrown out in a press release and said, yeah, we're paying attention to this group. But that's like 1%. Like, I don't know if you ever heard of like QAnon or like 4chan or something. No, maybe.
I seem like I've heard of it, but not.
You may have heard of that in the news, but that's like the most extreme and like the places that like I think the law really cracked down on and tried like figuring out who certain people were, because that's where certain real life events, they were finding that, oh, those people are in those communities. But that's 1%. That's this, because the internet, we all know how big the internet is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge. It's huge. It's huge.
Yeah. You're right, man. You're right. Ooh, well, Yeah, man. It's yeah, I mean, it makes me ill, man. Literally ill to even to even know that this stuff is like it is, man. And some of these guys that's doing these things, like you said, can definitely be influenced by that type of, those type of organizations,
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it's a majority of the internet because that would be a lie, but it's definitely a sizable amount and it's concentrated. And these people are in it. They are into it.
Right.
Into it. I mean, like, I'll be honest. I mean, because of just how much I've been on the internet, I'm a bit desensitized to seeing things on the internet just because I've I've literally I've probably started getting on the internet. I don't know when. I could have been 7. I'm 27 now.
Mm.
I've seen all of it. I'm a tech guy. I've seen all the communities.
Yeah.
I'm like desensitized, but I don't. This is the thing. It's all about what you subscribe to and what you join.
Right.
These are people joining the communities. If you're on the internet, you're gonna see it. Like, let's say all the physical stuff went away and this was all virtual. All of you would see it because you have no choice but to come across it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a choice to participate and to like subscribe to that, and that's a different person. Like, that's a different person.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see it and damn, look at that, and go on, keep moving. But when you start looking for that
'Cause
every hour, every day.
Yes, and when you're saving it and sharing it,
Yeah.
that's what these people are doing. So how much further does it take to just like, oh, let me do some shit in real life? They probably start off with something light and then like, oh, no one noticed, or oh, let me do. It's just
You think they start off going killing stray dogs and cats and stuff like that?
depending on whatever their taste is. Yeah, I think so. Because I mean, think about like it could be anything. Think about like a skateboarding community. You're watching skating videos. Eventually, if you're subscribed to that every day, you're gonna want to skate. You're gonna want to upload your own skating videos.
Yeah.
Now that's a smaller number of people that actually do it because it takes a certain level of confidence,
Mm-hmm.
or ignorance in this case. But like, it's still people, and that's every community, right? So like, you have female models. They have their own communities where they're like sharing their own images and stuff, and they're, OnlyFans and all this. And so like, there's a smaller number that are actually going to commit and start posting their own things and get their own, but it's still a number. Still, there's people committing to it.
Damn. Well, the internet's something else, ain't it, bro?
Yeah, it's wild. That's why I was saying some couple shows ago, I was like, I wouldn't mind like some of the actual laws from the outside real world to come into the virtual world, because it's like the wild wild west. Like, it's all over again, kind of like anarchy in a way.
Yeah. And police some of this stuff. I see what you're saying. Because it's
Yeah.
too rapid. You can almost get away with whatever.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So I get it. I get what you're saying.
And I agree with the lovely here. Like, when she says so many parents are letting the internet raise their children and it's desensitizing them, and now we're becoming inhumane. That's exactly what it is. I know it sounds weird, and I know I'm young, and you wouldn't hear this coming from a young person, but I mean, we definitely have to monitor like what
Stuff they watch on the internet.
What they're watching, 100%.
Yeah.
Because it's easy. It's easy. How easy is it to type in a porn website? Okay, that's just as easy as it is to watch someone get their head blown off. How easy is it to type in youtube.com? Okay, that's as easy as it is to watch like a poacher, like cutting off the head of like a rhino.
Mm.
Like, like
Boy, you
it's
said
easy.
something. Then
It's easy.
it makes me think about myself, man. I something about a lion killing a buffalo excites me. Damn, do I need help? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's
but
something to think
see,
about. Now, if we
the,
having this coming to Jesus moment, I'm thinking like, damn, what on my bucket list? I'm like, hey man, I want to go to Africa and actually watch a lion kill a buffalo in real life. I want to go to Africa and actually watch a cheetah run down a gazelle and kill him in real life. I'm tripping. I
I
think
mean,
I'm tripping, man. After this conversation, I think I'm losing it.
I don't think you're tripping if you find if you start finding yourself like because if you're watching that and you're already like into the National Geographic stuff, of course you're going to be a little inspired. But if you actually go all the way and do it, you're a part of that 1% that was that confident or ignorant enough to do it.
To see it, I want to see it in real life, man. I want to see it in real life. I want
Yeah.
to see the lion. You know what I'm saying? Like with the buffalo, mano y mano, because I mean those are the two big baddest joints in Africa in the wild.
I'm
So
good. I don't
I
know how
want.
close I could be to that. I don't know.
Oh man,
I
I
don't know.
definitely won't be in the truck somewhere, but just give me some binoculars. Let me
I'm
see,
good.
if it's because I find myself watching it, YouTube or whatever while I'm working, and I
Yeah.
mean I watch video after video, and it's the lot. But I'll bull jive aside, man. I just the king of the jungle thing is what does it to me. Just I mean, it ain't even just. I don't want y'all to think I'm tripping, so
You're not tripping.
I'm
No, I
cleaning
mean
this up because it ain't about that.
there's
But it's the
plenty of
king
people.
of the jungle thing where even when when they leave when the male lion leave and the women like, man, we gotta go find this dude. And we hungry. We can't take down no damn buffalo. I'm starving. The cheering back here, they starving. And his ass out rendezvousing. He crossed the river, knocking down some more gals over there. You know what I mean? So they leave. 3 or 4 of them, they burn off. Look here, man. Let's go get these chumps, man. Cause damn, we can't. I mean, we're gonna try to take down 3 buffalo, and they laughing at our ass. You know what I mean? So they gotta go get him. And I mean, here he come back, and first night he get back, they take down buffalo.
This is
Man,
gonna
that's
sound
exciting to me, dog.
you,
Ooh, that's exciting to me.
this is gonna sound weird, but have you ever seen have you ever looked up hyenas?
Yeah,
Do you know how a female hyena has to give birth?
yeah.
That
You
sounds
can't miss me on none of
ridiculous.
that, man.
That sounds
The female hyenas run the show.
yeah, but the pain they have to go through to give birth.
Yeah, and they can do it for hours on top of hours, man. Just going through it. Just going
Ugh,
through it.
ugh,
Yeah,
ugh, ugh.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I don't
yeah,
know. That's a bit much.
yeah. The
But
hyenas, the wild dogs, the lions, the cheetahs. The cheetahs are punks, man. They just fake.
and
I
then
mean,
cheetahs. Yeah, I saw that too. Cheetahs. They don't have a roar or nothing. They
nah,
they
they got
get
to squirm.
punked by everybody. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They get punked by everybody.
But they kill rate is 70% because they so fast.
Uh-huh,
And they can
uh-huh,
zigzag in the whole 9 yards. So they
uh-huh.
typically don't lose when it comes, but then they such punks. The lion, the lion and the
Take the
hyena stand
kill.
back like this, watching.
Just take it. Just
As
take it.
soon as they get it, they come. And the cheetah be like, damn,
They better eat as fast as they run.
that joker's breathing like a Corvette, man. He like, man, I done did all this work, man. I got to get somewhere now.
There goes Sammy. Sammy knows the females have male appendages. They have to give birth through a tube, like
Mhm.
how, like similar to our.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like what?
Yeah.
What? No. Ugh. Ugh. How do you not? How do you not die after that? I mean, you're out in the wild doing something ridiculous, getting
Yeah.
split all the way open. Ah.
And you can hear him, man. You can hear her when she had birth. She be in so much pain, man. She be in so much pain. But I mean, she's a queen bee, man. She runs the whole clan.
Man.
Even the males got it. They got to, she runs the show.
She should after all that. I mean, hey.
Yeah. And she may spit out 7, 8 of them.
No.
Yeah.
I thought it was just one. There's more. There's multiple.
Yeah, man.
Well, after the first one, after you're already freaking, tore all the way up, then I guess 6 more can just slip out. I mean, shoot.
Let's get some real quick.
Let's see what we got. Sammy said, "Me too, bro. Let's go to Africa." He's trying to see National Geographic up close in person, like you.
Yeah, man.
Diavion said, "Ain't nothing wrong with lions eating animals, but if you start getting sensitive to that, Vince, then what's next? Or desensitized to that, then what's next?"
I mean, to me, maybe I'm already there because I look at it like that's the only way they can survive.
I mean, but I think, call me biased, but I don't think that's as bad as, watching people on people. Like, because
it ain't, man.
I mean, it's like, it's animals, and animals are so natural. People are the complete opposite of natural when they do stuff, animals, that's the natural life cycle that you are watching. So if you are in awe of that, maybe you're just in awe of nature. If you're into it for some other reason, which I know you're not, but if you're just into it just for just to see a lion just eat something, then maybe you got, some school shooter vibes.
No. I'm into it because that's their own way of survival, and they gotta feed their kids, man. And I mean, it's the buffalo job is to keep your ass off me, man.
That's nature.
I mean, we gotta rally together, keep this food up. We know they come to eat. We know it. So we gotta, it's fire for fire, baby. So bring your hard hat. And I gotta stay here because here the water is. I gotta stay by the water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's crocodiles in the water. There's lions on the other side.
Damn, man.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Let's see. The Lovely said, and you just proved the point, Vince. If you watch enough killing, you'll want to do it yourself. I don't think you said
it. It's not about you just. Yeah, it's. See, that's why I've tried, because I knew I was gonna have, different people, have different perspectives. But it's not really about the killing. I just started off with I like to see the killing, but it's what it is they don't have any choice.
Right
now, if they could have their damn steak brought to them, opposed to having to kill a damn buffalo to get it, I'm pretty sure they would. Like, damn, man, just drop the damn meat over here. Let me lay down. I ain't trying to do all that running and shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have to go get it, man. That's the high for me, man. The fact that they gotta go get it, the fact that the males.
Because you're not watching people hunt them, you're watching animals on animals.
On animals, yeah.
And you're just watching them in their natural habitat and like kind of appreciating, oh dang, they gotta get it.
Gotta get it.
That's the animal hustle.
When the gazelle finally see the cheetah creeping up on him, he trying to get somewhere, man. Sometimes they win. Sometimes
it's like you want to see the gazelle win, you want to see the cheetah win. It's like,
you know what I mean? And as much as I'm a lion lover, sometimes in buffalo, I done seen some buffalo take some lions out.
Yeah. Now I actually agree with you on that because it's exciting. Like, okay, who's gonna fight the hardest here? Like, is the buffalo gonna, not be a punk and be like, yeah, I understand where I'm at in the food chain, but this ain't happening? Or is the cheetah gonna be cunning enough, like, to actually, get the, like, it's interesting. Cause I know how National Geographic and stuff, how they record it. They record the whole process leading up to it. The cheetah starving for a week, and then the cheetah, or like the hyenas, like or wild dogs, whatever they are, like doing this maneuver where they they
so
split up
exciting,
this
man.
way and make them run this way, and then
let me tell you, man, the wild dogs, they run a relay, and they pray out, they tire them out, man. So they're not the fastest, but they got the most stamina. So they take turns as a team. Okay, I'm gonna run hard, and then I'm gonna catch my breath. And then as soon as I get my breath, you ease back. I'm gonna run hard, and we're gonna run this some bit. We're gonna run him to death until he can't run no more.
strategy.
You know, it's I mean, as you know, watching a team just in cahoots like that, man, is just exciting to me. I'm like, damn. And
it's
then the
admirable.
Lions, because they're not fast, one get on the east, one get on the west, one get on the north. And they just, you know, they kind of surround them, creep up, surround them. And then when one chase, you know, it's just like a receiver running right into a strong safety. He running, think, I got away from his slow ass. And he don't even know that she over here waiting on him.
Waiting in the tall grass.
Waiting, man. As soon as she comes, he leap up and they have a collision. Boom.
Bam.
Then it's on. Once they hit the ground, that's a wrap.
Yeah, it's not for everybody, but it's also based on what you're paying attention to, you know, because
it's not,
because they only record like the killing, eating part. Like that's 5% of it. 95% of it is this animal alive and strategizing and getting away or making, you know, like you know. But yeah,
you know, and the reason I know, man, that I'm just not heartless when I watch it is because the hyenas, you know, they eat your ass alive. You know what I mean? Oof. They literally eat your ass alive. Oof. So I watched one time where hyenas were eating the damn wildebeest from the back. I mean, I know that sounds crazy.
I mean,
but they don't hyena, they paralyzed him, but he didn't die. And that was, I mean, it was hard for me. I had to get up off of it, man.
Yeah.
Because they was
at that point, there's nothing left to really be. Now that's when it changes, and that's the community online that I'm talking about. They care about that part, but there's so much more, like the living part that, you know, I get. It's the thrill of the chase, really, but
it's the thrill of the chase. Because I couldn't watch that, man. I was like, oh man, because he couldn't run.
Yeah.
And he was just
it's like, what are you watching at that point? Yeah.
Damn, man. This joker just eating my ass, and I'm like, damn, can't y'all kill him? You know, go kill him, man. But I mean, they wasn't. They just like, damn, man, damn, this ass run. This ass tastes good.
and me personally, I'm not a big fan of that because that brings back kind of too many memories, like of just in real life, like people in hospitals and stuff, of things I've experienced, you know, watching, you know, some family members kind of like be stuck in that situation where they're just waiting for the last moment. So it's like, I mean, you got to have a heart, you know, and that's why I think these people are forgetting on the internet that they have hearts, and it's easy for them to forget that. So anyways. But Brittany Griner. Oh wait, how much time we have?
Yeah, but I'm not up on her. What's the latest with her?
So it appears that she has a court case coming up, or is it this week?
Who's that trying to go get her? Somebody was trying to go get her.
Yeah. So Joe Biden is apparently he apparently read a letter that she wrote, and he was touched by it. That's what they say. He was touched. So apparently he's going to try to do some
celebrity too.
A celebrity
was talking about, because he's a citizen of Russia. I mean, citizen of Roy Jones Jr.
What?
I heard something about Roy Jones Jr. was supposed.
Isn't he a comedian?
No, he's a boxer.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Roy Jones
I thought
Jr.
he was a comedian.
Boxer. But from my understanding, he was talking about he's a citizen of Russia and he was trying to get her out or something.
Ah, okay. There was one comment that her head coach made. Um, and tell me if you feel this way. Her head coach said she can't help but wonder if this situation would be resolved already if it were LeBron James instead of Britney.
See, me personally, man, why even throwing that out there? You just adding to the unnecessary crap. So whether it would or wouldn't, if it was LeBron, it's not even important right now. It's just something to start some more crap, man. I hate people like that, man. Leave that crap alone. Just concentrate on getting the girl out of there.
She actually said a lot more than that, that you probably are going to disagree with even more.
I mean, I don't even want to hear it, man. It's just it sickens me to see people just make something bad worse.
Yeah.
Let's make it something worse, man. Now you plaguing against, again, who's a better, higher celebrity and da da
Yeah.
da. If it was a male versus a female, leave that crap alone, man.
I just got to tell you this last part that she said, because of what you're saying is hitting home. I just got to tell you. I know you said you didn't want to hear it, but she said if it was LeBron, he'd be home, right? She said it's a statement about the value of women. It's a statement about the value of a black person. It's a statement about the value of a gay person. All of those things, we know it, and so that's what hurts a little more. She went all the way in.
All the way in, man. Leave that crap alone. She's trying to get views and likes. She's trying to get views and likes. Lady, you trying to get views and likes off of Brittany Griner.
Griner.
Setback, man. That's what that is. Leave that alone, man. Leave all the gay stuff alone. Leave the black stuff alone, and leave the female stuff alone. Just concentrate on getting the girl out over there.
And there's others. Apparently, I guess she's always the one in the news, but there's other detainees too. It's not just her.
Well, she's the only one with a name. Mm-hmm. I mean, if we was talking about the other one, we was just saying we would just call them what? We can't even call them POW. We just call the Americans that's locked up over there.
Just unlucky bastards.
Nobody would be like. I mean, at least when they say her name, people are like, damn, man, she's still over there.
Right. But at least that gets some buzz.
Some buzz. I mean, if Bijan Kelly wrote a letter and Joe Biden got it, he'd be like, man, who the hell put this on my desk, man?
I don't know.
Bijan Kelly, I don't know that fool.
But Brittany Griner is like, okay, yeah, WNBA. Right. Yeah, WNBA, I know that name. Girl. I've heard that name.
Yeah, let me see if I can do something, get her I'm over there,
Man.
So but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I think eventually she, they're gonna get her out over there, and she'll probably get a fat piece of money for being over there.
From America, from the United States?
She'll probably get some donations and stuff, man.
Oh, yeah, like GoFundMe or something.
Yeah, something like that, man. People got soft hearts for stuff like that. So
you're right.
They're probably, people probably like LeBron probably send her some money, and
celebrities especially,
Jay-Z, they're probably,
for sure.
She's going through that situation. She'll probably, once she come home, she probably ain't got to dribble another basketball in her life. She don't want to.
Probably not.
Right.
Might rack up 200,000
or more.
Oh well, yeah.
You might get 200 stacks just from LeBron.
Damn.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, we talking about big money people, man. We ain't talking about somebody that makes 100,000 a year. We talking about people that making, $400 million over there, So these people got money, man. Ain't nothing for them to send her $100,000.
You're right. I mean, Jay-Z could definitely just, 350 grand. There you go.
Yeah, Jay-Z. And we ain't even got to the people, the Tyler Perrys of the world, the Oprahs.
And they're even more charitable with all that
Yeah,
money. Oh yeah.
that's my
Oh
point.
yeah.
They're
Oh,
more charitable. So
oh yeah.
when she come home, she'll be set. She'll be set. The lovely
Man.
say that's just Joe Biden's play to get more black votes for the Democratic Party.
Hey.
Might well
Could it
kill
be?
two birds, one stone.
Politician. Yay,
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah. I ain't mad at him. Might well do what he got to do.
Man.
Yeah. Well, look at bro. We're gonna get up out of here, man. Great show. I appreciate you, BJ. Way to come through, man.
Hey, vote for internet laws. I know I sound like the worst person ever to my generation right now, but
But you're right though, man. You are
yeah,
absolutely right, man. This has to be policed based off of this show and me listening to you. I've never even thought about it in that way. But what you're
maybe not
saying,
enough
man,
people know, you know.
yeah. I mean, because a lot of my partners, you know what I'm saying, they don't think like that. They just don't know. You know what I mean?
Mm,
They don't until they hear it.
yeah,
Because like I said, the first thing I'm thinking about, like, damn, you think they getting it from the video game? I would throw it out there like I did. And then
right,
once you
right.
broke it down, like, no, man, they actually got communities, Vince. I'm like, huh? What are you talking about? I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
Because I mean, that type of stuff don't register with me. Like, I can go on the internet and look up, somebody getting their head blown off, getting shot in
easy.
the head. I didn't, who knew? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Not me. So yeah, man, that's a real thing. They definitely need to police that some type of way. I just don't know
yeah.
how. But
And real quick to anybody saying, "Oh, that's not that easy to find and you got to really be looking for that." Okay, well first off, you're the exact person that I'm letting you know it is that easy to find and you do not have to look that hard. You don't. You don't. You're just not on the internet as deep as you thought you were. Oh, I'm on the internet all the time. No, the internet is a great freaking glacier and you're on the tip of the iceberg. Like just saying. Just saying. I'm just
it goes
saying.
deep in the ocean, boy.
Deep.
Yeah, it goes deep. Look here, man. We're gonna get up out of here, BJ. I'm gonna call you tomorrow, man. Thank you to lovely Sammy, everybody for tuning in. We really appreciate it, man. You guys have a great weekend. Try to stay cool if you can,
Stay
and
cool
please
and
share
safe.
and tell people about the show, man. Well, we're trying
Yeah.
to get back in it pretty regular. So yeah, y'all be careful, be safe, and we'll get back with you on Monday. Peace.